Thank you very much for your hospitality. I'm really delighted to be in Glasgow. This is not my first time. It's a lovely city, and above all, the people of Glasgow are so close to my heart as a Palestinian ambassador who have been received very well in Glasgow many times. Today we're commemorating one of the darkest days in our history. This is the Nakba. And the Nakba will continue until the right of return is being implemented. Every day is a Nakba for the Palestinians, for the simple fact that 750,000 Palestinians have been forcefully diasporized from their country, from their indigenous land, to live scattered all over the four corners of the world. We are commemorating today just to make people to remember that the Palestinians are living in the diaspora forcefully, and they don't have the right to return to their original homes because Israel and the Zionist movement have meant the Palestinians to be scattered all over the world. We will continue our struggle until we achieve our freedom, justice, and independence. And there will never be freedom, justice, and independence as long as we have our people living in those shanty camps all over the world. And that's why it is a sad day for me to commemorate the Nakba, because the Nakba means the decimation, the cultural genocide of a people that is worth living. We are the only people left on this planet that are not practicing our right for self-determination. We hope with your strength, with your power, with your support, that one of these days those people will yearn for freedom and will go back to their original homes. And we cannot but thank you and breathe through you, through your support, until we achieve the justice that has been long overdue. Thank you very much for coming and supporting us.
My name is Fayroz. I'm from Glasgow, but originally from Iraq.
My name's Amal. I'm originally from Somalia, but I've got kind of my grandparents are from Yemen.
And can you describe what's happening today and why you're here?
Okay, you want to go first?
Well, we are commemorating a Nakba Day, which occurred in 1946-47, and it's ongoing. So we just want to raise awareness to the public of the atrocities that Israel is committing towards the Palestinian people. There are millions and millions of Palestinian refugees around the world, and we are raising awareness and are active for the return of the Palestinian people back to their homeland.
So we're hoping as many people as possible will come and see the exhibition and learn more about what happened and the issues that the Palestinian people are facing at the moment as well, and the refugees as well, and how Palestinians became refugees, and also how they're living now in different parts of the world, and all the campaigning towards having the right to return as well. So we're hoping that as many people as possible get involved.
Can you say about the atmosphere today?
It's sunny, so that's a good sign. It's not raining yet. Yeah, no, it's good. We had the Palestinian ambassador earlier on who spoke really well, and he's talking about how much he appreciates everything that's been done in Glasgow and how much Glasgow is so close to his heart. So that was lovely to hear, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And I hope the Palestinian people know that we are with them, we stand by them, and we fight for their good cause.
I understand that the ambassador was introduced in the parliament yesterday, just before First Minister's question.
Yes.
Do you think that's a landmark moment? Is that really important for the Palestinian cause?
Definitely, definitely say.
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone
yeah.
can argue against it. So.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really symbolic, and I think it kind of says a lot, really. It's really powerful. It might not seem a lot, but I think to the people in the community who have been tirelessly campaigning for the Palestinian cause and for Palestinians themselves to know that their voice is being heard in the Scottish Parliament, I think that's really, really powerful, and hopefully it will continue as well.
And as two young people, you feel the general election result. Are you excited about the way Scotland's going? Are you pessimistic? Are you angry? Are you happy? Can you describe how you're feeling?
For myself, I think it's a mixture of things. I'm angry because the Tories are still in power, but I'm very happy that SNP have won a lot of seats in Parliament. So hopefully they would, Scotland have more say in what is happening in this country and also towards foreign policies that this country have.
I think it's really important that, in Westminster, Scotland's voice is being heard. So I think the election results is amazing in terms of the SNP, but it is really sad that we've got another Tory government, which the people didn't actually vote for. I mean, the majority of the people didn't vote for. So it is really disappointing, but I think at the same time it's exciting, and I think there's no better time than to protest and, to take to the streets and say that it's not acceptable.
How do you see Scotland in the future?
Independent.
Yes, and I think it has a stronger voice as well from now on because of the SNP power and their seats in the government, Westminster.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, my name's Kevin Gibney. I'm from Glasgow. I'm part of the Scottish Independence Live Events organisation. We have two main things to what we do. We obviously get live stream events, or we Skype live stream events. We also do blogging and stuff. But the other main pillar to what we try to achieve is to show other groups and organisations how to live stream. And we do all sorts of different kind of events. We've done Palestine events today. We've done Scrap Trident, down at Faz Lane. Anything that we think would be of interest to people, we will go out and live stream.
And in your opinion, how does Independence Live connect to the Palestinian cause?
Well, we want a fairer society for Scotland and also for other people. So if we can raise the awareness of what's happening in Palestine, then we are doing what we're setting out to do, which is, show people what else is going happening out there. We do unedited news with the live stream, so that's what we're trying to achieve. And what's happening in Palestine is so important because we're let down by the mainstream media. It all comes back to our mainstream media, what they show. They show a framework that the establishment want people to see. So with Independence Live, we can show people another reality, not the establishment's reality. And it's really important that people know more about Palestine and what's going on there.
My name is Mohammed Lazrak. I'm originally from Al-Kabo village, one of the destroyed villages of Jerusalem. My family forced to leave the village in 1948 after the Zionist militias destroyed our homes and village, and they forced us to move and live in Aida refugee camp in Bethlehem, which we live there until now, since 1948.
And what's happening here in Glasgow now?
Like this, today is the day of the Nakba day, the 67th anniversary of the Nakba, the Palestinian catastrophe. This day is the day of the destruction of the Palestinian people and nation by the Zionist militias, who destroyed about 531 Palestinian villages and made over 750,000 Palestinian refugees inside and outside Palestine, and continuing with their occupation and continuing with their ethnic cleansing of Palestinian until now. The Nakba Day is, for me as a third generation of Palestinian refugees, is a day of is a day now to stand against the Israeli apartheid and the Israeli occupation, to work for the day to make us work for freedom and justice for Palestine and the right of return for all refugees. We as Palestinian refugees and the third and fourth even generation of Palestinian refugees, we still fight for our right of return, and we believe that we will return back to our home. Yes, 67 years past now, and we still refugees in refugee camps all over the world, but one day we'll get our right of return. And whatever the years goes, like we as Palestinians will never give up this right, and we'll pass it with all generations. And the right of return is not only a right, it's a cultural, it's identity, it's a will for people that we will never give up this right and go back home.
In your opinion, is the BDS movement building in Scotland and other places? Do Palestinians feel that there's a growing, movement against the state of Israel?
Yeah, I think the international solidarity movements and the BDS especially grown in Europe and in all over the world because of people start to know and realize and get information from Palestine and saw the reality of the Israeli occupation and what is really happening on the ground. The people start to know by different ways like visiting or social media, or even have more understanding of all the hiding information that the big media machines that controlled by the Zionists or governments that are hiding this information from the people. People start to understand this, and this grows among the people's solidarity, especially with BDS and the achievement that BDS led in the last few years in Europe and all over the world. I think it's increasing a lot, and people in Palestine really look at BDS as one of a part of our struggle inside, and also part of the international struggle and solidarity with Palestinian people, and really improve. And people in Palestine look at it as really a big way of solidarity and big weapon of solidarity that people around the world use to show solidarity and fight for justice for Palestine.